You can. Don't let anybody ever tell you can't. Now, some things that one can do, it is not always going to equal the best in the end. People throughout the existence, as we know, we call life, are doing things. Everybody's occupied. They occupy with their time doing something or another. Some people just don't do nothing, right? But I'm talking to those of you, and this channel is called Inspiration for You. Inspiration, right? If I could pump you up, it's the same way that if something can actually take it out of you and pump you down, right? There is like the term says about priming the pump, right? People have to usually go up in the olden days to keep doing this and this and until the water started to flow and it's fresh, clean water, especially in a dry, hot day, right? When you can do, and you know you can, especially if you are after goals, there's something you see that other people can't, is that you can give them the ability to get away from you, right? In our existence, we have the right to enable others, because sometimes we give them the right. We enable them to tell us that we can't. But sometimes people need the permission from us, okay? They need to hear us tell them to bugger off, get away from me. Your penny is not welcome in my $1,000,000 vision. I don't welcome your penny. I don't care for your 10 cents, your 25 cents, and even your dollar coin. I'm a $10 guy today. I'm a $100 guy in this moment. I'm a $1,000,000 guy or gal in this moment of my life. I don't see your contribution worth anything. Now, along the ways, of course, you're going to have little things come along that equates to the $1,000,000 or going beyond. I'm not talking just money. I'm just using that as a general statement so you can kind of get the connection of what I'm trying to go with here. But the thing is that whatever you set out to do, and you set out in the mind, in the Word of God, it says, "I can do all things through Christ." Now, here's the beauty of it all. When you begin to hold hands with God, God gives you the privilege, okay, and then only that He gives you a sight that you would never have seen otherwise. He gives you a sight to see beyond your limited can do. So your can expands to I will have it. You go from can to basically I know it, right? And that gives you a different kind of motivation. That can becomes an ability it then gets enabled with a fire, a power, a motivation that puts it's like your engine gets revved up with supreme gas, right? You're not going to lower grade no more, right? And that's where God comes in, because things that you will not experience in your limited vision as a mortal, the immortal God is able to enable you with immortal vision. And that can is something just becomes part of you. It's not something you need to pump to kind of get moving. You're in a consistent state of it. And once you start from point A, you get up in the morning and it starts to go, you don't even need any kind of something got to pump me, something got to pump me up to do it. No, man, it's just like you're moving, right? So that can factor is so important in your life. one thing one thing that is can be really hard, and I mean, people, especially if some people are endowed with good family, okay, especially if you have more family members who have a can do attitude, and they are they're guided by motivation. They found something. They're how can I put it? They're basically they're success. And it doesn't mean like it all equates to money, right? But because if you have something give a value to society, they're going to reward you back with paper with value on it. They're going to pay for it. Trust me. If you have something of real good value to give to society, you will get rewarded financially, guaranteed. Okay, it's just a matter of getting discovered. Now, here's a clincher. When you are in the environment of people who don't share that special something happening with you. And this is only so many people seem to have that. It's like it's just living inside of you, the same way blood is working, but it's something you can't describe it. You're motivated, upbeat. You're buoyant. You're the one who stays above water. You're positive. You're that elation, that elevation is living in you. It's got to be coming from somewhere. And I really believe that's God doing that inside of you. He really is. God is well pleased with some people more than others, even though he'd like to be pleased with everybody. If you are having a lot of this stuff and you're doing something, pay attention. If you're living as a good natured, kind hearted, loving human being, I'm sure you're going to have those days where you're going to retract love because, for the sake of your safety, from people who are basically want to come and trample on it, right? Is that the fact is that you're doing something, you're living something, your beliefs is so well that God is going to make you wealthy, right? For some people, yeah, it'll take time. I mean, I got to say this, I've had a lot of dips in my life, right? But I can't get away from being positive. And it's beyond me. Like people say, well, it's a medical thing, it's a mental thing. Why some people are so depressed or so down? But yeah, when you get around these people, you listen to them. And I mean, I've had someone even say this to me. I tell this person about positive, living positively. You know what the person came back and said to me? What you had to tell me is asinine. Interesting, huh? Later on in this person's life, I'm the one doing better and so on and so forth. The quote unquote asinine stuff that he called it isn't that he's still just dung in the dumps. He's still the negative that he's always been. But my asinine in his sight, don't think for a moment that God was not see that and depreciated him. Look, let me tell you something. High values and a high value person will be guaranteed success one way or the other. It is so equational. Whether people call it the universe or the atmosphere or karma, man, hey, let me tell you something. It's a creator. He has his stuff in the environment. It's everywhere. The Bible even says we live and move and have our being in God. So we can't escape his stuff that's always in the environment. But his stuff can be blocked, resisted, and pushed away, right? And getting back to what I was saying about being around depressed people, something I asked them, you'll find out it's about them. They're not as grateful. Do you know gratitude starts? It just even just you can't if you're not used to doing it, it does start somewhere. And if you do it, it says it takes a certain amount of days to develop a habit. And it says the brain actually forms neural pathways when we begin to do new things. See, your brain is also part of this whole electrical aspect, the spiritual world. So it's not just physical, your brain, it's spiritual. Your brain's also a spiritual being, man. It's still spirit. It's because he's electricity. People can't see it, but they measure brain waves. They said, oh, yeah, it's electrical. No doubt about it. Okay. So, where I'm going with all this is that you can. And you know why you can is that you have to. You have to find something that's really important and go for it. And don't let anybody ever tell you that it's not and it can't be. Those people are called what's called naysayers. You don't want to have nothing to do with naysayers. You want to be with people who are yes sayers. Yes, people who say yes to good are people going to have it. People who say no to good will also have it. Okay? And how that comes about, I find that the people who are actually in motivation stage are in a positive, active movement with God's ability. And so much other stuff comes into play in their life. So much other stuff along the way. And they become not only talented, they become multi-talented. And their brain is alive and their intelligence is up there. It's the truth. Even their health, even their health is just like amazing. So I'm just gonna leave you with this, okay? Go for the can do. Go for I can. I can do all things, God. I can do all things through your son who did it all for me. See, Jesus did it all. He can. He did it all. So can you. Because he wants to do it for you again now. And always seek that which is for God. Because in the end, man, make sure you can leads to something that is of great value. You have a good day and like and subscribe. Thank you.